Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Latch Bar, my point of view on diet and exercise. As I indicate, I am not a doctor, but I have a lot of common sense and a lot of experience. So thank you for listening to what I have to say. So we are focusing on losing weight. So we want to make sure that we do the right things in order to accomplish our goal. So we need to, first of all, make sure that we are following what we should be doing by being honest with ourselves. So if you're using an injectable, it's okay, it's good. Continue to use it. But make sure that you put some exercise with your regimen, because exercise is very, very important. If you don't exercise, you're not going to lose weight proportionally as you should. So keep in mind, your efforts will reward you if you put an effort into your regimens. How about that? So let's get it on. Let's lose some weight. The first thing we need to make sure that we're doing is dieting properly. Don't overeat and don't get discouraged. Maintain your discipline and you will be able to achieve your goal. So, what do I mean? You have to eat small amounts of food. Drink more water with your meal. Leave out those sugary beverages. Do not drink those sugary beverages while you eat. Drink water. Now, I know for some that this is going to be difficult, but this is what you have to do. In addition, these things won't come easy, and I know it. Don't get discouraged. So if you're weighing yourself daily, or if you're weighing yourself weekly, just remember, you didn't put all of this weight on at one time, and it's not going to all come off at one time. So remember that. Also remember that it starts off first thing in the morning when you wake up. When you get up in the morning, you have to start being conscientious about what you're doing throughout the day. If you have an exercise regimen in there, make sure you get that exercise in because you need it. But if you're going to the office, stay away from the cake counter. You know, the snack counter, everyone has one. So stay away from it because those goodies that are there, they're doing nothing but harming you. So when you go back home, now you're on your own. Get rid of all those cakes and cookies and sodas and alcoholic beverages. Get rid of all the things that's harming you. Because if they're not in sight, they're going to be not on your mind as much. I'm not saying they're going to be completely off your mind, but they won't be on your mind as much. So you want to try and eliminate those things from being in sight. If you go out, be conscientious about what you're snacking on, what you're eating. Leave out that fast food if you can. And make sure that whatever you're going to eat, hey, you're splurging. You can get away with that from time to time. Make sure it's not habitual. If that's part of what has gotten you to where you are, then you need to leave it out also. It doesn't take much to gain a lot of pounds. You know, if you gain a half a pound a week, by the end of the year, you will have gained 26 pounds. That's right. That's with a half a pound a week. So you can go even smaller. You can go a quarter of a pound is going to yield you half of that. So that means if you gain 13 pounds per year, because a quarter pound per week is 13 pounds per year. Doesn't sound like a lot, But let's do that for 2 years. Now you're at 26. Let's do it for 3 years. Now we're at 39. Now it's looking a bit different. Okay, 39 extra pounds. Okay, so let's do it for another year. Let's go up to 5 years. 5 years, 13 pounds a year. Okay, so what do you got there? Oh my goodness. I got to do that math. Let me see if I have a little piece of paper over here. I need to write it down and see what we got. 13, and we're going to go 5, okay? That's 15, and put a 1 on there. That's 50, that's 65 pounds. Okay? 5 years, 65 more pounds. So if you do that for 10 years, you've put on an additional 130 pounds. Now, I wouldn't want to weigh an extra 130 pounds. How about you? So if you cut that back all the way back down to 1 year, 13 pounds isn't a whole lot. You can manage that. So you could also be able to manage 26 pounds that you gained in 2 years. You see how it quickly melts up? 26 pounds will change your wardrobe for you, okay? So you don't want to gain all these pounds because they're going to impact a lot of things. Yeah, your wardrobe. How about that? Would you like to replace that wardrobe? I bet you probably wouldn't. I wouldn't want to replace mine either. But there come times that it's necessary because, you know, as life goes on, everything changes. You know, your body will change, your food intake will change. The types of food that you can probably eat will change. It all depends on your health. So roll with it. Don't be discouraged. Do what you have to do to maintain your health. Because all these changes that you're going through, most everyone else needs to go through the same changes. You know, if you're diabetic, there's certain foods that you can and cannot eat. So if you have high blood pressure, you need high blood pressure with high cholesterol, there's also a limit to things that you need to eat. If you have acid reflux, which is also very dangerous, we also need to pay attention to what we eat. So it's a lot of different things along the line that we need to make sure we're paying attention to. So don't kill yourself by eating all this food because that's what it'll do. That's right. Too many fried foods, no matter what it is, whether it's pork chops, whether it's steak, whether it's chicken, fried food is no good for you. French fries is no good for you. I know we all love the taste, the crispiness of whether it's fried chicken or fried French fries. Add a little ketchup on those French fries. Awesome, huh? Yeah, well, if you eat too many, they start putting those pounds on you. And that's what you're trying to get rid of now. Like I said, it's a gradual process. You didn't gain all those pounds at one time. Don't expect to lose them all at one time. So as you eat and you see that nothing is changing, and you think that you've cut back as much as you possibly could, and you still see your pounds not losing as much as you should, but you've lost some. So a lot of times that means that you still need to cut back on the amount of food that you're eating, or you need to substitute what you're eating. For example, if you know that you're eating too much of anything, what I mean by substituting is using an alternative. Do you have a food processor? Do you have a juicer? A juicer is very, very phenomenal. Let me tell you. You can eliminate an entire meal by use of a juicer. But you got to do it correctly. Let's take, for example, if you're a retiree, such as a lot of us are, you can substitute that middle meal, because a lot of us eat 3 meals a day. A light breakfast, a lunch, and then a dinner. But there's a big elapse of time between your breakfast and your dinner. So if you use the juicer in the middle of the day to try and substitute, that's right, substitute that middle meal, you'll find that you're going to make your digestive system work more efficiently and work better for you. And that'll also even help control irritable bowel movements. Throw that juicer in there and start juicing 1 meal a day. And I'll bet you those pounds will start falling off. A lot of you need to try that method, or a food processor, so that you can drink a smoothie instead of having a meal. You'll find that your digestive system will be attracted to that too. Only with the smoothie, you'll see that sometimes the smoothie, you're going to drink too much, and sometimes you'll make it so that it tastes too good, it's too sweet, and you're creating a problem there. But the juicer is going to eliminate all that pulp and all that bad stuff that's going through your digestive system. That'll ease your digestive system and make you feel a lot better, and you will lose pounds. So these are different methods that you can incorporate into your weight loss, your journey, and you'll see that this will be very effective. Learn how to do these things. Don't just rely on the old method of exercise and eating less and using that injectable. That injectable is going to stop you from eating. That's right, but you can override it if you want to, but you won't feel good. It might make you want to throw up. So be careful with the injectable. I always recommend the best method of losing weight is to do it naturally. And I'm giving you some good ideas in order to attain your goal. Diet and exercise is key, but doing it the right way will get you to accomplish your goal. And that's what we want to do, accomplish our goal. So we want to make sure that we try and maintain within our 15-minute regimen or 15-minute podcast here. And I don't want to go over. So I'm going to bring this one to an end and say to you all, thank you very much. Until next time, because next week will be another day. And I'll make sure that you get more podcasts and more information as we go along. Because I want you to accomplish your goal. You can do it. It takes work, discipline, but you can do it. Thank you all very much. Have a nice day.